Hello, so this is about the E36 remote control and central locking system that's not working by the remote control. So if your remote control does not work in your car and you tried everything to program your remote control, like one ignition on and one then off and pressing this then 3 times and all these methods what you have read about and nothing worked for you, so you wanna check first from outside the car. You wanna come outside the car, so all the doors locking or central locking, all the locks in the doors does work. You can see if your key does not work or the remote control does not work. If you notice in here, you close, you open, you close, everything is working fine. Remember always to check the boot in the back that it's working also when you lock the car. And if you notice in here, there is actually an actuator in this one, so if you close your car, this would come out from here. This is an actuator in here, so I would close the car, for example, now with the remote control, just to show you the actuator. Or if this is closed, you close the car, then this does not open, it's locked. This is an actuator. Close the car with the key. If your remote control does not work, just close it with the key and this should come out. So now we would show by closing it with the key. Here is it, just the key. Here is the keys, the buttons. I'm not touching the buttons, just the key. Here is it. You come in here, you see the actuator is closed. We unlock it with the remote control. If you have all of these working fine and you can't program your remote control, there is no magic ways for this. Then your central locking and your central locking model is working fine. You don't have any problem. The only problem you're gonna have is the receiver, which is in the middle mirror. I have been 1 year without remote control because the remote control was working perfectly and I just changed the batteries, tried to work it, it didn't work at all. I tried everything, I took off the control model. This one I never thought about because I said this was working, the remote control was working yesterday. Today it didn't work after I changed the batteries. So it's definitely not a receiver issue. It's just some electric thing. The front, some cars have in the front hood some locking pin, so it's recognizing when the boot is opened or locked. If you have this pin in the front and under the hood, it's always or mostly it's to the right side from the driver's side. If you have lifted driver, so if you are sitting here, it's in the right outside. If you have a right-hand driver, it's usually there all the time. So make sure that this pin is working fine. Otherwise, if everything works fine and you have the locking pin and everything around the central locking is working fine, just the remote control, you can't program it. There is no magic ways. You have only to open it 1 time, close the car, pressing this one, unlock, then lock 3 times. This should program the remote control. Anyhow, you try to do something else, there is no magic ways. It's only this one. It's gonna be only this one. The receiver, you see here the cable, you just take off this, you peel it off, this plastic thing, and you just change it. I had a different kind of the older model what comes like this and has some knob down in here, so nothing special about it. Now it's programmed again. So just ignition on, off 3 times. This unlock, then lock 3 times. During holding unlock, then just release it. This would flash, and if you don't have this light, it's just a flashing. There is a light inside, it's gonna flash. So this is the only way to do it. Just change the antenna. That's all. Thanks for watching.